said they came back with the conclusion that I had shingles. Shingles, I said, what is that, some old folks disease?
Yes.
So,
Hi guys. So on my
I'm back.
pregnancy announcement video, everybody commented how they loved my mother-in-law. So she's back.
Yes.
I told her about how much you guys loved her and she wanted to do this video. So it is, let's see what time it is.
Almost 1 o'clock a.m.
No, it's 1:09 a.m. actually. Ooh. And me, her, and Ava are still wide awake. I took a shower. I'm in my pajamas. She's dressed up because she's trying to find a man.
I'm looking for a new love.
Another man. Anyway,
I got 2
she'll tell
already.
you about that in a second.
You need 3.
Oh God. Anyway, and Ava's watching Dora. She is hyped on her asthma medicine, which has steroids in it, and we should never give it to her at night. But
no, she was up all night long, all night last night. It was 4 o'clock. I kept looking at the 2 of them, and they were just hip hopping all over the living room.
Not me. I wanted her to go to bed.
Yeah, but you was helping.
Anyway,
She was helping. To come out, we had to come out separate from the rest of the ladies that were in there. They were in there for that flesh-eating disease, which is real.
That's
people.
nasty.
It's called staph, and anybody can get it. It starts with a boil. Okay.
that's gross.
Yeah.
Do you have staph?
No, Lord.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
You have herpes?
No, none of those.
Do you have STDs?
No. And none
Sure?
of that. No, I practice safe sex.
Oh God.
Anyway.
You don't have your stuff
But
doesn't
now,
work anymore.
anyway, while I was in there, I did a lot of reading, and so I love Nora Roberts because she makes historical romances, and so I came up with some names for this girl we're having, which, you know, I had it set in my heart to have a boy.
Well, we don't know yet. We'll find out in a couple weeks.
No, she said yesterday.
I'm convinced that it's a girl. Aaron's convinced that it's a boy.
That, well, I was convinced too. But now I'm kind of, you know, going to
leaning towards it's a girl. The way that
because
Ava's
I had to be leaning towards it because I wrote down all these girl names from Nora Roberts' book. And
so she picked out names for
Aurora
my child.
means the lady of the light.
Aurora. You got your granddaughter named Aurora?
Yeah, because it means the lady of the light. And then Alina, that's my favorite one. Alina. Okay, I like
Alina
that.
or Elena?
A-L-I-N-A. I say Alina. That's what I wrote.
Okay.
And that means the true one. Okay, and then I picked another one out. It's A-I-L-I-S-H. Alish.
Alish.
Alish. Yeah.
Alish. You want your granddaughter named Alish?
A-I-L-I-S-H. I like the way they spell them.
Okay.
Yeah. And then for a boy, I only picked out one name. Okay. And it's Thane. No, 2. Thane or Lorcan.
What?
Thane.
Thane.
Thane, yeah.
How do you spell that?
T-H-A-N-E.
Thane.
Thane. Yeah.
Or?
And then this other one. I like.
Wait, what was
it's
after Thane?
Jawayne. And I don't know how you say it. It's G-W-A-Y-N-E.
You don't know how to say it, but you want my kid name that.
I like the way you said it.
Okay, wait. What was the second one after Thane?
Jawayne.
No, the other one.
I don't like that one. Lorcan.
Lorcan.
Yeah, it's
Lorcan or
that's dark against light, so we can't have that. But I like the way it's spelled, Lorcan. But you know, it's not. I don't think it's a good thing for that one. But this Thane, he's some handsome. They had a picture of him, and he is real buff.
Oh my God.
And he had a big sword, and he's a warrior, and he can he was so handsome. And then so was Jawayne. Jawayne.
If it doesn't get any more African American than that.
Yeah, that is African American, and it does sound good.
Jawayne
sounds sexy. Mommy. Thane and Jawayne sound sexy.
Jawayne Datcher.
Jawayne.
No,
it might not be spelled.
Jawayne.
Good. I might be without the G silent. Some kind.
Oh gosh.
Anyway, you know.
Is that all?
I didn't like Kern. I don't like that. I still want A. And
no more A's. I gave you the first one. No more A's.
No, we have to have a boy with an A name.
No,
yes.
sir. You already have like 12 A's.
I like Aristotle.
What? You want me to name my child Aristotle?
Yes, I like Aristotle.
Got it.
He was rich.
It doesn't matter.
He had a lot of money.
You want my kid walking around school named
Yeah,
Aristotle?
Airy.
Aristotle.
They would call him Airy.
But his name would be Aristotle.
But he would be fine. That's that KY stuff they have out now. You got some in your cabinet. So
why are you
now,
snooping in my cabinet?
No, well, I had to go in there and get a Band-Aid today for my thumb. And they have that new KY stuff.
Why are you telling everybody?
And they have, look, it's for women and for men. And they got one flavor for women and one flavor for men.
Why are you in my
That's
drawers?
why. That's why this is here at KY.
That doesn't have to eat. Are the tubes full? Are they full?
I don't know. I didn't do all
They're
that.
full. We don't need no KY gel.
I didn't do all that. All I know is I seen it advertised on television. You have to order that stuff.
No, you don't have to order it.
Well, yes, they do have.
No, you don't have to order it.
On the commercial, it says you have to order it.
You don't. You go to the store and you buy it.
Oh, they have it at the store. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but if you
But
want to
anyway-
go look and go
but
get another
anyway,
Band-Aid,
when I went back
go
up
check
there,
and the
after I got
tubes are
out of jail, I
full.
went
We
to
don't need
Reggie's
that.
and he had two different kinds of it. I poured it out, and then so now he's on punishment, and that's why I got me another fella. Yeah, Sunday before I came over, I went to see my new friend. His name
Your
is
new friend.
Richie, and Richie is tall. He's like 6'8", and we've been friends for a long time. I used to help his mom, and so now that he's moved his mother with his sister because he was living with his mother, I just thought that was just, now, Richie, you're too old to live with your mother. But
how old is he?
He's a little older than me. I
Like
think he's
75?
No, he's 60. No,
How old are you?
I'm 58. But anyway, he's tall. And he works for Roscoe's in Hollywood. It's one of my favorite restaurants.
Is he your new boyfriend?
He wants to be my new boyfriend, and his apartment is
Under what conditions can he be your boyfriend? Or why isn't he your boyfriend?
money,
What?
money.
You're a gold digger.
What's love got to do with it? We all know love has nothing to do with money, right? If you don't have money, then you don't get no honey. That's it.
So you're a gold digger.
Gold. China's after all our gold.
Oh my God.
He was saying, I know you're not going to keep those long legs from me any longer. Oh, no.
Granny, your stuff does not work anymore.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Your stuff stops working after you turn 40.
No, honey. I don't know who told you that.
Your stuff, not mine.
My
Mine's-
stuff is going to always work.
No.
Yes. Only thing I'm just happy about, when I do have hot flashes, pretty bad. But that's no big deal. Sally still got her mojo working.
No.
Yes. Don't be jealous, Sally.
Oh, I'm not jealous.
You see the doctor no more. My psych.
You're psych.
Yeah, I tell my psych.
Psychologist.
I tell my psych.
What do they ask you? What do you talk
And I
about?
tell he
Do
just
they think you're crazy?
No,
I think you're crazy.
He only asks me one thing. That
Asks me?
How are you feeling? That is the way we talk.
Asks me?
My dad and them talk. Yin. I have master copies of movies, all kinds of movies, really. I've got Eddie Griffin, Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, master copies where you can make movies for your own home viewing. Anyway, they took my porno ones, okay, the ones, the sexy ones. I had some really hot ones, Oss and more Oss. I had that.
They took your porn movies.
I had that ghetto,
Oh my God.
stuff.
Where do you get this and why do you have these?
Because I recycle at the Banger buildings and they throw everything away. They say, Mom,
So why do you
Auntie,
have-
here, we got some
Why
for
are
you.
you
And then
upset that they took your porn tapes?
Nipsey, if you listen for a minute. Nipsey Hussle, okay, he's a rapper and he's doing getting ready to do another video shoot in the neighborhood over there where the Rolling 60s are. He gives them to me. He has a shop called Shaka, and that's where they wear the the Crenshaw stuff across your butt.
Yeah, you have one of those.
Yeah, the Crenshaw t-shirts. They gave me some Crenshaw tights. They are tight. They are hot.
They are
Man,
disgusting.
That Crenshaw right across your butt.
Nobody
then they
wants
got
to see that.
the hoodies, and then they got the t-shirts. So this has been a very, how do you say it? I would say exciting, but it's not exciting when you go to jail. again.
So she went to jail again.
Again. And okay, and I already have 32 months of doing just wonderful. And oh man, it was awful. I had a littering ticket. I forgot. I didn't actually forget about it, but I lost the ticket. And, you know, with no help from my agent and my clinician, they were supposed to write a letter for the court. And so I kind of forgot about it. I didn't think it was a big deal, but it was a big deal. The sheriff stopped me. I was helping a handicapped disabled guy after we went to our meeting. Okay, we went to Friday Night Live. Oh, it was so much fun. We have so much fun. But actually, my daughter took me to this place. It's called American Recovery.
Who took you?
Angie.
Oh.
It's her church members. It's on Florence, and but it's called the Spot. DASPOT. And they have such good movies. But Friday nights is dance. We have the dance. So, you know, I went up there with a couple of friends, and after they dropped me off, I was helping David back into the car. And I guess he, you know, it's his past caught up when the sheriff saw us. And they came over and they started talking and stuff. And I had a Halls lemon and honey Halls in my mouth, and amongst some hamburger helper I hadn't finished chewing. So they thought I was.
You had a Halls and hamburger helper in your mouth?
Yeah, but it was stuck to my dentures. Okay, so
what was stuck to your dentures?
The Halls.
So you just left it there and kept eating your hamburger helper.
I was hungry.
Got it.
You know, because when we got there, I was hungry. You know, they just have cookies, coffee, and all that kind of stuff at the meeting. So I was hungry. The next thing you know, we looked up. Here comes 4 more cars, and here comes the females. So they're digging all down, all in, you know, all over. And I had the nicest outfit on, for, you know, because I thought I was really looking cute at the spot. And I had on my little silk culottes and a little matching top, and but I'm, you know, barefooted. I don't have no shoes on. So, you know, they started doing things. So while I'm chewing, you know, and trying to suck on my lemon Halls, Officer Batty grabs me by the back of the neck and starts squeezing my neck. Then he called the female over. It's just a big old, like, 7-foot stud bra. Okay?
7
Yeah. And then she takes her hand and she's squeezing my jaws, just digging her hands into my jaws, and then out pops the bottoms of my dentures, right onto the hood of the police.
So was the Halls still on it?
Yeah, no, it was at the top one. The top ones didn't fall out, thank God. Okay, but anyway, the bottom ones fell and hit the top of the hood, and I started laughing. So that made him mad. Now I have a hole on my head, and I'm getting ready to celebrate the anniversary of my mother's death on Labor Day. I said, that's about as cruel as you can get. I said, and my son's birthday. This time I said, now how cruel can you be?
Wait,
and so,
question.
What?
How are you going to celebrate the anniversary of your mother's death?
I was going over there and hold her urn and dust it off and talk to her like I do. When I go to my daughter's house, I always take her urn and I dust her off and I talk to her. So, you know, I'm mad and I'm telling them all about it and everything. And so the more I fussed and cussed them out, they have to take me to the hospital first. That's in the computer. You have to take Datcher to the hospital. She cannot be processed into any police facility without being cleared by the medical. And so, you know, that was pretty exciting Friday night.
You talk a lot.
Actually, Saturday. Yeah, that's what they said too when I got to. The next day, they called my parole officer. So he put a hold on me.